Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video I'm presenting Taunt Warrior, Kobolds and Catacombs style. So if you thought that Taunt Warrior was a thing of the past after Journey to Ungoro, and at the very latest after Knights of the Frozen Throne, well, you're partially right. It's not a really great deck right now, but I was still able to build a Taunt Warrior build that I was able to win more than half of my games with, so I had around 55% win rate with this build, which I guess for a off-meta dead archetype is not that bad. And not only that, but we're actually also using a bunch of new cards and they're playing a key role in the deck too. So when looking at Kobolds and Catacombs cards, there are actually 3 in the deck, so Almosmiths are gone, they have been replaced by Drywisker Armorers, which are pretty good in this one because you don't have that Scourge Lord Garrosh, you don't have an unexhaustible resource of Whirlwind effect, so Drywisker Armorer giving you that armor against a wide opponent board is pretty great. It's a little bit worse than Almosmith against Priest, but better in most other matchups. Then there is also the Gem-Studded Golem in 2 copies. And this is a really fun card. It's almost like an Ancient of War of old. A little bit cheaper, 1 health less. Can only attack if you have 5 or more armor, but you can either get it from armoring up, or alternatively there are 2 copies of Shield Block, and of course the Drywisker Armorers in this deck that can give you a quick boost of armor to make the Gem-Studded Golem able to attack. And there's also one more card that gives you armor, which is the Unidentified Shield. I don't think the deck can support 2, it's pretty expensive, but I have often found that when I change my hero power to the Ragnar's hero power and I start flinging those fireballs, that I still need a little bit of more health gain, and the Unidentified Shield helps me do that and helps me stay alive long enough to whirl enough fireballs to the opponent's face. The general game plan of Taunt Warrior is pretty clear. You have the Firebloom's Heart quest, and once you complete that quest you get the Ragnar's hero power, and then you start flinging fireballs to the opponent's face. In order to do that, this particular build includes 11 taunt minions. There's 2 copies of Primordial Drake, there's the Curator, a couple of Golems, 1 Hatchling, Chain Gang, a couple of Dark Reapers and a couple of Stonehill Defenders. So you want to get those taunt minions, you want to be able to play them, you want to cycle through your deck pretty quickly in order to get them and play them out. And then you want to change your hero power and win the game. In this particular build, I have chosen to go with Coldlight Oracles for card draw. Coldlight Oracle is really good in a metagame where there's decks like Q-Block present, which want to hold on to a large hand. So with Coldlight Oracle you can typically mill some cards from them, hopefully even some important cards, and that will help you on your way to a victory. There's also a Harrison Jones in the deck, mainly again because of potential of Q-Block. And also because Harrison Jones gives me card draw, so it fits nicely into the idea that okay, I want to cycle. And one nice thing about the way this deck is set up is the way the Curator works here. Because the Curator pulls a Dragon, a Beast and a Murloc, so you have 2 Primordial Drakes in it, so you have 2 Dragons. There's the Daihorn Hatchling which shuffles in the Matriarch, so you have in theory 2 Beasts. And also you have 2 Murlocs, because Coldlight Oracles are Murlocs, so once you hit the Curator, then you can find also the Coldlight Oracle, so you get even more card draw from that, so you can very rapidly draw cards after that point. This deck also features, perhaps untypically for current warrior builds, 2 copies of Brawl. Brawl is a great fit with Taunt Warrior, because it leaves just 1 minion on the board, unless there are some death rattles or something, and then you can just hero power and you have a 50-50 chance to either hit that minion or hit the opponent's face, and typically both are at that point pretty good outcomes. So Taunt Warrior gains more from including Brawl than any other warrior archetype. You of course still need to survive until you can play Brawl, and for that purpose there are various Whirlwind effects. There's 2 copies of Raging Ghoul, there's 2 copies of Bloodraiser and 2 copies of Sleep with the Fishes, and 2 copies of Execute, so that those will help you survive together with all of your taunt minions. In the current metagame I always keep the quest. In previous metagames there have been times where you know that against something like, typically against Hunter for example, you have wanted to mulligan the quest away, because you win if you survive. But right now there are lots of big spell decks in the meta, lots of very durable, sort of aggro mid-range decks that start off very aggressively, but they have a lot of sustain and a lot of power, so they're able to keep up their threats repeatedly throughout the game, and I find that mere survival without changing my hero power and getting that 8 damage to their minions each turn is a bit too difficult. So right now I'm choosing to keep the quest at all times. This may change as the metagame becomes more stable and you will be better able to predict what the opponent is playing and whether you need the hero power to win that particular matchup. The other most important card that you're looking for in the Mulligan is the Stonehill Defender. It both stalls the game and it gives you more taunts to advance your quest. So Stonehill Defender is really great at keep in every matchup. Against the more aggressive matchups you also want to find something like a Tar Creeper, Blood Razor, Ravaging Ghoul. So more of those early game taunts and more of those whirlwind effects. Whereas against slower matchups you might not need the whirlwind effect so much, but then you're just looking for a taunt curve and try to get going from there. Overall, this has been a fun journey building this deck. It took a fair bit of work, I have to say. This was not an easy deck to adapt to the current meta, but I'm pretty happy with the result and I hope you enjoy playing it too. And as always, I've gathered a bunch of gameplay material for you, so if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more. And now let's go take a look at some gameplay. Well, maybe it doesn't work, who knows. We'll see. I just felt like there was still a couple of things left for me to experiment with. I mean, the outlook was that it's looks extremely bad for Taunt Warrior. Oh. This type of priest deck doesn't have a lot of draw. So I have now a huge problem that I can't mill him. Can I still mill him? I mean, I probably cannot. He gets the quest, he has N'Zoth too. So there's a lot of stuff to punch through. That's the pain. The Oracle, of course. Okay. Well, that was a good pick. Gives him 2 cards, obviously, one from my deck, which can be a good card, but I don't think I need to punch him in the face. I want the whirlwind effect activated in case I have to use it on something like a Lyra. 7 cards now, but still looks extremely unlikely that I would get to a position to mill. Oh, it's Quest and Razakus. Ouch. Well, that's going to be really painful. I have no idea how to win this. I execute that one, obviously. Next time I can play a hatchling. Okay, so everything is a one-off. That's some consolation. Yeah, that's always fine.
Is someone injured?
Oh, cleric is bad. That was really bad news. I can just attack with the Shell Razor and heal it up. There's not much I can do about it now, is there? There really isn't. I probably just have to play the hatchling. I can't just play nothing and wait. He's going to draw so many cards. Well, the pain is gone, so he cannot immediately kill the hatchling with a spell. But he has 2 cards now from my deck after this one. I tell us feel. So he's always going to heal up there. Yeah, didn't think about that for a moment. Which one do I get? I get all the armor. All the armor is not bad. But I would have loved to get the 5/2 weapon here. I could execute this. If the buff lands on the cleric though, I can't kill the cleric. So no matter how I look at this, it doesn't look promising. It's going to be a 2/4 cleric then. Execute, then kill whichever doesn't get the buff. Let's play the Stonehill Defender first. See what I can pick up from here. Nothing too great. Bruiser costs 3. I think this is still a bruiser play. Let's see this. Let's see this one out like this now. He can keep drawing cards. And he's going to keep playing cards as well. There's no reason for him not to play cards. He could find a Potion of Madness from there. Potion of Madness can take the 1/4, hit it over here. But he still needs another 4 damage to kill it. It's still fine. But man, that Raza on 5 was painful. Obviously enabling so many powerful trades. And still not within mill range either. But I would really need to mill something. One of these is going to get the buff. If it's this one, both of these end up at 1 health if I think I still need to do it. So killing this one, and I can kill the cleric even if it gets the buff. That one gets the buff, that's bad news too. Do I even want to execute it though? Because he has a lot of good stuff that would be good execute targets. I'm actually going to do this. I can mill 1 card. I think that's the best I can do here. Milling Chestplated Beetle. I needed that to be a big hit. But it was one of the least important cards. Really needed that one to be a big one. And I didn't see any chance to get to a position to mill him. So if I hit here, then all of these die. This one gives 1/5 again, of course. I guess that's fine. Let's go with the hit here. He gets rid of the cleric, which is what he wants though. Or at least clean up the board. Push a little bit damage to face. Draw a bunch of cards again, including the other Cold Light. So if he now doesn't recognize that he needs to play multiple cards, his hand is full, he needs to play at least 3 cards to avoid milling. If he doesn't recognize that, then that's a good thing for me. Well, now his hand is already full, so now he needs to play a 0-cost spell. It's very interesting. Does he have everything he needs to win, or does he not? I do not know. But what I do know is that I'm going to mill 3 cards. That's always going to happen. Let's see if I can hit any good ones. Powered Shield, Mistress. Come on, seriously. Give me some good cards at least. And I have the ability to execute this. And then play the Matriarch. He plays Nazoth. I brawl.
Do not touch.
Yeah, I'll take it. Execute the Matriarch. Alright. And Nova. I milled 4 cards in this game, and I didn't mill any important ones. Powered Shield, Mistress Mixers, Plated Beetle, and Holy Nova. Man, that's a really bad selection of 4 cards to mill from a Razakus Priest. Really bad one. He's out another. One at least gets me further away from fatigue. Got Blood Razor and Sleep. He found a combo from my deck. That's pretty sweet stuff. You can't make this stuff up. 11 cards in my deck. Too early to go with Drake yet. I think this is a golem turn. I didn't have a taunt minion that I could play so that I could immediately use the new hero power. So this is what we go with. Of course he has Amara now, so he can get back to 40 at any time. So I can't really rush him down with the hero power. Okay. Drake is not quite enough. I can't get enough armor. I really have to try to get a hero power hit there. I mean, I can have the ability to break his weapon to draw cards. But right now I don't have room to draw cards. I'll take whatever armor I can here and then we go Sulfurous. I have a bunch of armor gain left, so if I can hit the Lich King now. Can't hit the Lich King. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. Then I have to take 8. I can't let the Lich King live. That might have been a game-winning moment for him. It's very much possible that that moment won him the game. It might be that 50-50 roll. That could have been deciding. Upside is that this has taunt, so he can't activate the turtle anyway. But yeah, I milled 4 cards and I couldn't hit any of the important ones. I hit more than 10% of his cards. But nothing that mattered. I still have some armor gain left with the tower shield. That's 15 healing. It might be enough to save me. It's good that he's taking some damage here. Bone Drake. So Cool and Sleep cannot kill the Bone Drake. Drake and Sleep does, but then I can't hero power. I can also take 3 and try to hit the Bone Drake with the hero power. Or I can Ghoul first. No, I want to hit the Bone Drake. I'll take 3. I'll try to hit the Bone Drake with the hero power. Not a single hero power hit to where it needs to go. Not a single one. Let's try with this. I don't think there's room for horror in that deck, but there could be the dragon that does 3 AoE to everything. Okay, well this commits him to play Amara, right?
The menagerie is for guests only.
Okay, he's into taking some chances. Unfortunately, I don't have the tools to punish him. 6 health. So once again something I cannot quite deal with. And I could play Primordial Drake and hero power. That's probably my line right now. At least I was able to kill a minion. Okay, okay. He has 5 cards left. But he has the Amara. So he can get up to 40 at any time. And then he also has Nesoth. Oh, and that's a big roll. No more dragons in hand. That's a small upside. Okay, I have up to 12 damage at best here. So I have to play Ravaging Ghoul into this. I'd hope the Ghoul is the one to die. I can play the Armorer first. That increases the chance that the Drake survives. And then I play the Ghoul. So now it's only 1 in 3 for the Drake to die. Does it matter whether I hit him in the face? Because I can only put him down to 1, and he has Amara in hand. Or the Drake takes some damage. I guarantee 8 to face. It doesn't really matter. It might even be better that the Drake doesn't take damage. So I'm completely fine with this one too. Let's try to force the Amara play. They cannot be a Velen combo in that deck, right? Surely there's no Velen and Mind Blast. How would you fit all of that in? But he has some random death rattle minions there still. He's way deeper into fatigue, that's good. He will have Anduin, of course. But this 15 health from Tower Shield just might do it. Also still have double brawl. So for his Nezoth. Oh, that's a... Oh! That was a good one. So I only have 14 damage. Okay, taking some high risk plays here. Okay. I'm obviously punching him in the face. At least getting rid of the armor is good. He has another Shadow Word Death because the one he used was from Shadow Visions. So we might be able to kill the Golem. But I think I need to play it anyway. I don't have any weapons left, so I just cannot push that final point of damage. Even if I can hero power his face. But surely there's no Velen combo. There cannot be a Velen combo where it's running all those dragons. But there's still a couple of random cards. Still has a random dragon left, right? I think he does.
You are safe now.
Okay, we got the Amara. That's good. He has the Shadow Word Death, unfortunately. Then I really need to hit the hero power on the Amara. What is that doing in the deck? Well, if I play the Ravaging Ghoul, the Ghoul dies. Now Ghoul can be good with double sleep. So this turn is a Primordial Drake. Then we try to hit the Amara. Lose another roll. Actually, did you get a look at the early meta report by VS? Yeah, I took a little bit of a look at that. I'm not so interested in VS's doing right now. I use more HS replay nowadays. But man, it hurts that I didn't hit the Amara. I really needed to hit that one. So, just losing all the 50-50 rolls, like yesterday. So nothing is different in that regard. I don't want to give him the Weasel Tunneler. He still has an Nezoth. Do I go with the double sleep play now? Double sleep play kills the armor, leaves him with a 1 minion. This is with just 1 minion. I still have Brawl for Nezoth. Yeah, I think double sleep is the play. Leaves him with Bane still. Let's see if I can kill Bane. I can kill Bane. Now he plays Nezoth. Pretty funny graphical glitch, by the way. Shows us him still having cards. He plays the Nezoth now. Every time. What else could he do? He has to play the Nezoth. There will be Bane, there will be the 5-1. There will be quite some stuff left after the Nazoth. Oh, that was a surprise. That was a big surprise. No Nazoth. So I can shield block into maybe the Stonehill Defender. Let's hero power first, see if I can kill the 8-8. I'm always hitting the wrong target. Oh, I'm shield blocking. Couldn't find the Stonehill Defender. I get the Tar Creeper on the way at least. Let's try this. I'm at 22. And once he plays Nazoth, he's also going to draw a bunch. There's no more Shadow Word Pain, so he shouldn't get through the Tar Creeper, except by either using the hero power or the demon. Okay, is this going to be lethal? I don't think it's going to be lethal. He has Nazoth left, and that's just about it. But I do want to hit the... So if I hero power and I miss... High stakes, high stakes. I have to play the Tower Shield. Right. Gain another 15 health. He can deal... Without the Nazoth, he can deal... With the Nazoth, he can deal 12. Yeah, I think that's going to be better than the Stonehill Defender. I do want to hero power. I can't kill the minion. Then let's play the Tower Shield. I can't play the Weaseltoner, I don't want to let him out of fatigue. He's taking 2. I'm taking 14 this turn, I believe. I still have an Armorer, so once he plays Nazoth I can Armorer and I can Brawl. He only got 1 card draw card from the Nazoth. How much fatigue is he taking? He's taking 3, so I can't kill him next turn. So first I need to play the Armorer. Then I can Brawl. And then do I need to play the Stonehill Defender? I didn't get Cairn back. But that's 13 plus 4. That's 17 damage. It's not lethal damage. Plus another 3 from the fatigue. What's the last card that he has remaining? It could be a Potion of Madness. No, it's a randomly generated card. Well, there's 1 in 3 for me to win the game on the spot if I hit him in the face. Which I don't do. He cannot kill me this turn. Sherazin. Interesting. Okay. Then I need to get some taunts. Yeah, no, not time to brawl. It's time to check if I can hit him in the face and kill him. Yes. Alright. Another game, another priest. What do we have here? Hopefully something that I can mill. I love milling. I should probably play mill deck someday. A real mill deck. Hearthstone just doesn't have those tools. I mean, back when I played Magic, it was when Millstone was new. And Hypnotic Spectre. I played that kind of mill and denial type of decks. There is really annoying decks, by the way. They are super annoying decks. So this is a big priest. He kept one card. It's not a big priest. Okay. Dragon priest then. I guess we're going with the chain gang. Let's see if he has a horror there. He might also just like pain and heal up the Twilight Drake and stuff. Yeah, that's a good way to draw cards. Do I just have to execute the Twilight Drake? He's going to continue with something like a Dragonid Operative. Oh boy, oh boy. I think I'm going with the execute play. I think the Twilight Drake is scary. I'm a little bit afraid. I have the option to coin the Curator next turn. I can of course also play the Golem. Oh, it's the big spell priest. Alright. Now I know exactly what I'm up against. That 10 then is pretty good. So there's no Shadow Word Pain. There's only 2 Mind Controls and 2 Free from Ambers in that deck. He can of course kill the Golem by just attacking into it. But I think I'm cool with that. Let's play the Golem anyway. 2 Mind Controls, 2 Free from Ambers, and a big bunch of minions. If he overcommits with minions, then that's fine. Do I already have to brawl? That's not much of a commitment yet. 8 cards in hand for him. I probably have to brawl. Okay, let's brawl and hope that the 10-10 doesn't win. At least the 10-10 doesn't win. Then I need some resources. So I'm coining out the Coiled Oracle. That also helps me because it mills a card from him. Meaning a Mind Control, never bad. And if I get the spells away from his deck, then the Spiteful Summoners don't summon minions anymore. And the Grand Archivist doesn't cast spells anymore. So that's something I would really like to do. 1 more Mind Control. I mean, you are trading, right? Mistake. You should have traded. Oh, there's no patches. Okay. So, Ghoul and Sleep is 4. I can kill everything but 1 minion, which is in this case the Corridor Creeper then. Let's do the Ghoul Sleep thing. And I can also develop a Tar Creeper here. Okay. So far so good. There's those 2 Free from Ambers, 2 Mind Controls. I'm not sure how many of those he has drawn. At least 1 Mind Control was burnt, so Grand Archivist and Spiteful Summoner are going down in usability. Which is great. Oh, I even get the Corridor Creeper. Okay, so that casts either the Free from Amber or a Mind Control. Not the greatest Free from Amber ever. He might have the Mind Control already in hand. But I have the option to thin my deck by 3 cards now. I think I take that.
Menagerie is for guests only.
Not hit him in the face, it's no use to hit those minions right now. Okay, I still have another Brawl. I still have another Sleep. Archivist is going to pull all the spells, so Spiteful Summoner is not going to do anything afterwards. That's kind of what I'm going for here.
Is someone injured?
Okay, so he has Mind Control and Free from Amber in hand. I know that now. So if I play big minion, that's going to get Mind Controlled. 4 out of 7 into the quest. Why armor not first before brawl? I wanted to mill. Was that the turn? I'm not sure. But armor first before brawl is an option. It is often a very good option. I completely admit that. I don't know how to proceed. I don't know what would be a good way to proceed from here. This is at least a very bad mind control target, because it cannot attack unless he has armor. That was a big part of why I chose to play that. That's the card from the Dragonid Operative, and he's considering playing it. Fine, Scalebane's fine. Razor and Sleep doesn't kill everything. Drake and Sleep kills everything but the Archivist. With Shield, ooh, a lot of armor, that's good. He might Mind Control the Drake. But I kill everything but the Archivist for now. But I still have... Let's see. Yeah, Drake Sleep kills both of these. I think it's a Drake Sleep turn. Even though he might Mind Control the Drake. There's a very real chance that he Mind Controls the Drake. I have no more sleeps. I have only one brawl in the deck. Yeah, he spends the Mind Control. Not a big surprise. I can mill a card again. One more is how's Taunt Warrior doing against all other control decks? Now it's better when I have Cold Red Oracles because I'm milling cards from them. So this is doing now much better than it did before. Well, both Mind Controls are gone, so you can't Mind Control a Darhorn Hatchling anymore. I also have the option to mill him this turn. If I mill, I can't play a taunt. How badly do I really want to mill? I think I do want to mill him. Or I can play a taunt, but there's the Archivist still. Let's mill some cards.
Hand is too full.
I think I'll do it like this. What did I manage to mill with that? Dragonid Operative and Prince Kelazet. Yeah, Boner was to be expected.
You wish to live forever.
Is it time to brawl again? Oh, execute is good. I don't have to brawl, I can execute. That was just a lot of armor. So I could play the Armorer. Execute. Yeah, I like that. It's Armorer into Execute on that one. Into Blood Razor. Yeah, into Blood Razor. And then trade away the Bone Mare. And I can still armor up as well. Alright, this looks good. Now this looks really good. He has spent both Bone Mares, he has spent both Mind Controls. He has 2 Free from Ambers left in his hand.
That belongs in a museum.
Oh, Harrison Jones. That was a bit of a surprise. More stuff keeps coming. Oh, they do keep coming. 19 and he has 16 on board. It's not over. I don't want to brawl yet. Vote executes a gun and still has 2 free from embers left. Maybe he can still win this. Man, that sucks. Do I have to play the Sulphurous? I can only get 2 whirlwind effects. 7 mana to get Sulphurous. I can get Stonehill Defender out there. Let's go with the Sulphurous play. I'll kill the tree too. Then I hero power and I should be able to... Oh, that was a big whiff. That was a huge whiff. Yeah, that one was really bad. I still had 66% to hit a minion. I was quite confident I could. I'm at 18, he has 13 on board. There's still two free from embers in his hand. I may have to play a brawl into this. And there's still the 2 free from embers. How do I deal with those? With the hero power most likely. I think I need to brawl this. I don't really have any other way to deal with all of that. Okay, can I hit the 50-50 roll? I cannot. But I can play a Dark Reaper. That should be enough, right? I need to hit phase 2. That should be enough to keep me alive at least, because he doesn't have spells. Well, now he can get a spell. There's no individual spell that kills the Tar Creeper in my deck, right? I don't think there is. Now with all the brawls gone, this can get tricky. So I can go for... If I go for Ravaging Ghoul and I hit face, I can't kill him. But I can play a 6-9. If I play Blood Razor, I can play a 1-7. And I have a chance to kill him. 1 in 4. Yeah, I have 25% for lethal, I know. I think I'll try to get the lethal now. 1 in 4 to hit face. Not hitting face feels bad, man. I think I want to maintain my chance for lethal by punching him in the face, because he can heal up to 9. Well, he's going to fatigue anyway, so if I can get hero power to face, he will die. He has 2 free from embers in hand, right? He should have, or is he running only mind controls? Why would you kill your own minions? That doesn't seem like a good plan. So this is lethal. Boom. Okay. But yeah, one of the aspects is also that it's difficult to play against something that you don't know what's in the deck. So, and even though I'm playing Taunt Warrior, which is not usually played, there's very limited number of ways to build a Taunt Warrior. So all of my opponents know my game plan from turn 1, so they can play around that. But I cannot play around their game plan. This looks like an Aggro Druid. So many times I have failed to find a Whirlwind effect, even when I had double Whirlwind in the deck, but let's see how it goes this time. Yeah, that would be an Aggro Druid. I just don't have the resources. I think I need to give him some resources as well in order to get some for myself too. Because I need to find some Whirlwind effects. Now I have double sleep, and I have Brawl. All I need is some Whirlwinds and I should be able to go from here. Of course, Bitatite Hydras can still be an issue. Armor is good against this deck, but of course you still have to draw the right cards. Wow, that's like the weakest use of Savage Roar I have ever seen. But fine. You can do that. Stonehill Defender time. I guess this will be a cheap bruiser. Let's grab that one. Rethinking is Ramp Druid a viable deck now? Is at least tier 2. Every Druid deck that has Ultimate Infestation is a viable deck. It has been ever since Ultimate Infestation was published. And people can just put in anything and have Ultimate Infestation and Ramp and they can win games. I thought that was fairly well proven for a long period of time already. No Whirlwind effects yet. Let's see. He threw away Savage Roar and that was good. But I mean at some point he's going to start to buff these minions. Get some patches action going. And I would really love to find a Whirlwind effect. Yeah, I would love to do the Whirlwind on this instead of the Brawl. So let's see, he has 1 mana next turn. So he can play Mark of the Lotus. Makes all of these 3 trees. So 3 of them go into the Taunt, rest go into my face. That's still too much. So I am forced to Brawl this because I cannot find a Whirlwind effect to save my life. That's consistent problem I have had here. So I'm forced to Brawl it. Can't help it. And that's bad because I would like to Brawl the boards where he has some bigger minions too, and not just small ones. And I would like to deal with these with Whirlwind and Sleep. There are 4 Whirlwind effects in the deck. I went through 11 cards and I haven't found one yet. I cannot find a Whirlwind effect. Well, in this case I probably need to armor up a little bit then. So that's at least one thing that the Drywiska armor is good for. Now I found the Daihon Hatchling, which is also fine, because if he plays Mark of the Lotus it still takes 2 with it. Yeah, Berserking control decks do have quite a lot of removal. Oh, pulling patches, but what good is that patches there? Now I don't quite follow this. I just don't get it. I mean, he could have another Savage Roar in hand. He can buff and Savage Roar. Let's say he has 2 Marks of the Lotus and Savage Roar in hand. So this will be 6 and 6 and 6 and 5 and 5. I guess using Blood Razor here is fine. I don't use the sleep yet. I can sleep later. I just remove enough of the board so that Savage Roar is not an issue. I can drop a Stonehill Defender out here as well. And the Armsmith is pretty decent in this matchup. Let's grab one of those. I still have double sleep in hand. There are no big taunts in that deck. Of course there are plenty of smaller ones. And he still has a ton of resources. But I am at 19, I have shield block in hand, I have double sleep. Oh, surprising that he runs swiped. I didn't expect that. That's still a pretty weak turn. On the other hand, if I use this, then I don't... Well, I have the Ravaging Ghoul now. So I can use this to kill the beast. Yeah. That's cool. I could also just play a gem-studded golem. That's a bigger threat than the Ali Armsmith. Lines up nicely with my mana. Let's play that one. Get some armor going. 5 out of 7 into the quest. Both living manas are gone, so he's not going to really swarm the board anymore. Patches is gone. Well, there could be small minions, but the big ones are something that I'm maybe a little bit more concerned about right now. Like that Scalebane. He whiffed on that one though. That was really good for me. I can enable this to attack. If I were Ghoul and Sleep, I still don't kill the Scalebane. That is slightly annoying. Not enough mana to play Ghoul, Shield, Block, Armorsmith. But I can play Ghoul into another Golem. So I remove... That might be enough because the buff hit there. I think because the buff hit there on the side, then I think that's why this will be enough. Doesn't deny Mark of Yashurash, admittedly. But I still have the double sleep in hand and I try to get him to commit. Well, that's commitment. That is absolutely a commitment right there. Oh, Drake and Sleep. Kills most of this stuff. Ghoul, Sleep, Shield, Block. Hit there, hit there. Yeah, I like that. I thought that would be apparent that I am not, but I can be wrong. This one's going to die anyway. This one's going to die anyway. Then we Ghoul, then we Sleep, then we armor up, then we hit some face with a big golem. I like it. This seems good. He's almost out of cards. I'm at 20 health. My quest is almost complete. But not tonight. Not tonight. Probably an Aggro Paladin. But I still keep the quest. Let's see. This can get really tricky. I would again have to find some of that early game. I have the Tar Creeper, which can help me defend a little bit.
Put this apple on your head.
That's the dream. When I don't have anything. Okay, so this is looking extremely bad right now. My hand is very poor. I can't play the Cold Red Oracle and just give him more juice. Not yet, anyway. So next up is the Tar Creeper and we'll see. The upside is that he does not have the coin. So he cannot play something like Blessing of Kings yet, he cannot play Call to Arms yet. Both of those are only next turn. He can have the Maul though. And now he can just... If he has the Maul, then this can get really ugly. Then I would have to top deck Well, something at least, because this is just terrible. Blood Razors, Chain Gangs, Ravaging Ghoul. There's a lot of stuff that I could find that would be really good. He didn't have charge. That's actually pretty good. Alright. He didn't have the Maul. And I find the Chain Gang. Alright, we're slowly putting together some pieces that might help me. But now he can play the Blessing of Kings. So Kings is a juggler. And he can also play Call to Arms with double jugglers on board. So that's 6 knives. That's huge. So I would still need the Whirlwind effect too. Those can still take down 3 minions if he attacks now. I guess he will kill one of them. Maybe he doesn't kill either of them. Okay, can I find... I mean, come on. Could I just find a Whirlwind effect? This is like what I'm always praying against Paladin. I keep praying that and I never get it. I once ran 2 Whirlwinds just for this matchup and I still couldn't find them ever, so... That's kind of bad. I at least have to take away the Divine Shield because he can have a Rallying Blade there too. So now there will be lots of knives. All I need is a Whirlwind effect. You needed to sacrifice a minion first, you're only pulling 2 now. Doesn't even matter when he misplays. Oh, perfect knives as well. Painful. Painful times. Okay, I would really need to find a Whirlwind effect now, please.
The light dims, but we fight.
I mean, come on. A Whirlwind effect, is that too much to ask? Apparently it is. Just can't find any. Am I just dead now? I can get 9 health on the board. He can't get a train from there. I'm probably dead. But this is still the play. I don't have any real alternative plays. He's almost out of resources, but because I couldn't find a single piece of removal, Brawls would have also done because the mana is there. So I had 6 cards in the deck. I needed one of those 6 cards in my first 8 of 30. But I couldn't find. Just couldn't find it. So it's probable that I'm dead now. For some reason I'm still not dead. Oh, I am dead. This was a lever. Yeah, I like this card. If I had this card in the last game, I would have won the game. Are you getting good value from the stone spell? There's no stone spell in this deck. Do you mean the shield? Yeah, shield has won me several games. I often need the armor. In a control matchup, I often end up needing the armor because I can't produce any armor once I have the Ragnar's hero power. And then the shield has come through several times, so many of my wins have been because of the shield.
Someone injured?
Yes, it's a very good card. I don't think there's room for 2, but I think you want 1. Because you can't gain enough armor otherwise to survive. So this looks like Razakus Priest, and I don't want to let Razakus Priest draw cards. So let's kill the cleric. Too bad that Drivisk armor is usually pretty bad against Razakus Priest. Armorsmith would be better in this matchup. But like, Drivisk armor would have also saved me the Paladin game. I had like 10 cards in the 20 cards that I had in the deck that would have won me the game. Oh, it is the big spells priest. Alright. Then I would really like to find the Gold-Eyed Oracle to draw the spells from his deck so he cannot get value from the Archivist. But so, big Spell Priest. So he has 2 mind controls in the deck. Can't really make use of the Gem-Studded Golem next turn. I can, actually. Drake might not just be strong enough. I guess I go for the Direhorn here. Next turn is the Golem. I can get to 5 armor as well. Most likely, so the Golem can attack on 6. Probably. But yeah, that's the big Spell Priest again. Okay, we're playing the Golem. So I get a 5 now. He doesn't have a Shadow or Death. He can coin the Archivist though. Alright, he gets the 10 drop. Oh, that Tyrannus is pretty sweet. Tyrannus probably means I have to brawl. I'm quite unhappy about that. Is there a way for me to avoid brawling? He has Bone Mares in the deck too. So Bone Mare on this and it can kill this. Curator can't take enough punishment either. I'd really love to delay the brawl turn. If there's any way that I can. I have the Hatchling in hand now, so the Curator doesn't draw Beast. I think I'll delay the brawl turn. I'll do it like this. I expect the Tyrannus to hit face this turn. I also expect there to be multiple minions, so I can play like Armorer into Brawl next turn. Possibly. And Brawl is the only realistic way I have to kill Tyrannus.
What is illusions with?
Oh, he picked up an Execute. Oh, that was sweet. Really didn't see that coming. That was really good from the Operative. He's not overcommitting. Yeah. Still not that much. What if I play the Drake? I play the Drake and hit the Corridor Creeper. I go down to 16, I have a 4-8 on board. Against his 12-12. Because I'm not all that happy about brawling yet. I could gain 8 armor. I think I'm YOLOing a Cold-Eyed Oracle brawl. I can't get rid of the Tyrannus otherwise. It's too difficult. Now there's a chance that my Cold-Eyed Oracle could win. Okay, and I need to kill that so that he cannot use a Bone Mare on it. Because I know there's Bone Mare in the deck. Now there's a chance that he drew his spells so that he can't use the Spiteful Summoners and the Archivists. But I didn't find an Execute yet. Oh, that's a sweet one. Oh, there's an Execute. Is it Execute time yet though? He still has the coin, so he can still coin Mind Control. He could like Mind Control the Hatchling. Mind Control Stubborn Gastropod. He could. I think this is still my play here. Including the Gastropod. Okay, so my quest is complete. I just need to figure out a way to survive. He doesn't have any removal spells in that deck, so there's nothing there that enables him to wipe this board. He can't get past the taunts. Okay, it seems that he can get past the taunts. I forgot about the Duskbreaker. That was a mistake, I guess. So now he's pushing 9 to face, 4 to face. Or 5 to face. So I can play the armor to get 8 armor. Then I could play the ghoul, which kills this one. Still leaves him with multiple minions. That's still the play. It's armor into ghoul. But he still has bone mares there. And the mind control. It's still into Sulfurous. And then we use the hero power. We kill something from the board. And then I guess I kill that one from the board next with the weapon. He still has the bone mares left. So that's a bit of a problem. At 17, he still has mind control too, so I can't play anything too significant into the board. There's the bone mare, which was to be expected, really. Five armor, deal 5 damage. That's not half bad. Let's see where we can roll with the RNG machine. It's our RNG machine first, right? Alright. Ooh, we high roll with the RNG machine. That is sweet. That is so sweet when it happens. Then we kill off the bone mare. And then we kill off the cleric. Alright, I'm still alive. He still has 2 copies of mind control and a free from Amber. .58 is killable. Well, Drake Sleep kills these 2. He's going to mind control the hatchling, right? I'd guess so. Let's see what the RNG machine has in store. Ooh, good RNG machine. And we play 2 more taunts. And then we wait again. Still at 15. 1 free from Ember left. 1 bone mare left. 2 mind controls left. He's going to mind control the hatchling. They always mind control the hatchling. But this is still not too bad. Problem is that he has another mind control too. But this is still the play. We drake the board, get rid of some of that stuff. Then I try to hero power down the hatchling. Couldn't do it. So now if he has the second mind control in hand, he used 1 mind control, he's 2/3 into his deck, so it's around 50-50 whether he has it or not. Just recently acquired it, it seems. I'm probably not taking any chances this turn. Well, mind controls are gone. There's a free from Ember left. There is a bone mare left. I mean, I have the option to execute the Drake.
What now?
That denies a bone mare. I think I'm going for it. Do I just have to... I can execute it next 35 miss. He can Bone Mare to kill my Drake, but then I can execute the Drake. Oh dear, so there's an execute in my deck. Armor, Execute, Sleep, Ghoul, Shield, Block, Razor, Harrison and Golem is what's left. We'll see. Interesting game. So he doesn't have Bone Mare in hand. Would I played the Bone Mare if he had it, right? I have one brawl remaining, but is this a board that I want to brawl? It probably isn't. Do I execute the Drake? Interesting times. Let's get some ammo first. And I guess we're doing this. I guess I'm doing this actually. Poisonous seems good. Let's punch him in the face. So there's 2 taunts on the way. He doesn't have the means to get through them. Unless he picks up something from the Glimmer Root again. Glimmer Root may give him a chance to get through them, but I'm at 18, so he doesn't have enough to kill me at least. Interesting times. He whiffed. Now that's good news. He didn't know what I have in the deck. That is interesting. That's very interesting. It's not like you have a ton of ways to build this deck. There is the Bone Mare still. He can heal up his minions too. He needs to heal the 9-tree. If he doesn't heal it, then I can just sleep it. Heals it. That's well done. Well, Ghoul Sleep is just a board clear. That's a sweet draw. It's Ghoul Sleep and Hero Power. Alright, so now he's down to 5. Interesting times. This is the second big spell priest that I play against today. If I win, it's also the second win against the deck. Well, Lich King is kind of nice, but you're just dead now. It's a win. It is a win. Phew. Just hit there and execute that and press Hero Power and that's game. Big spell priests. They are getting annihilated by this deck. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.